There we go.
There he is. Look
Way
at that
better.
beard.
Yeah.
Epic.
Yeah.
I've tried, man. I can't commit to it. Like, it just gets too hard. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Impressive. Dude, thanks so much for taking the time. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man.
So are you at home at the moment?
Yeah. I'm sitting in my garden here at the house, just enjoying the nice weather.
Hell
It's
yeah.
pretty
Looks
hot
beautiful.
today.
Yeah,
So,
it looks beautiful.
I wish we could say
here.
the same.
Yeah.
It's cold and
Yeah.
rainy here. So
Oh, really? Australia's always hot, then.
that's a common misconception. Winter has been not kind to us this year.
It's also been the wettest summer we've ever had as well. Like, it's been torrential rain. Like, we've had floods all year. It's been
global warming.
Oh yeah,
man.
that's right. Yeah.
Hopefully, by the time you guys get out here.
Yeah, bring the sunshine with you, please.
Yeah. Well, you know, you should
There we
talk to
go.
the English though. But the English, but their whole country is melting away. I heard. So.
But they're like, it's the first 40-degree day that they had. I was like, we have like 7 of them every summer. That's just a regular thing.
Yeah.
I think they're just over.
Yeah.
So what's been going on?
Not much. Just you know, trying to relax this summer and enjoy it as much as possible, and you know, waiting for the album to come out. So yeah.
How relaxed are you feeling I mean, we're not far away from the album coming out now. So how are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm very confident that the album is good. I know the album is great. So, you know, I don't doubt it as well at all. I'm actually I'm anticipating, like, I feel a bit of anxious anticipation. You know, I want it to come out so everybody can hear the whole thing.
Yeah, Johnny and I have been lucky enough to get a little sneak peek of the whole album, man, we're excited for you guys to release it. I feel like it's very impressive to be going on for 30 plus years and just continuously improve. It's a credit to you guys as songwriters.
Well, we try our best.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's the band's 30th birthday this year.
Yeah, it is.
Any big celebrations planned?
Not apart from releasing the album. No.
That's a pretty good
birthday.
I think we did the big one for the 25th, where we did the documentary of the album of the band.
Yeah.
So that was like the big one. Obviously 30 is a big number in a way, but then again, it's only a number. You know.
Does it also feel a little bit? Sorry, you finished that.
Just hopefully a few more years to go. So
if Alice Cooper can still be doing it, and like Mick Jagger and Keith Richards can still be doing it,
does it feel like you got some of that period? Because in between like your 25 and 30, we had a global pandemic hit for 2 of those years. Does that mean they don't really count?
Good question. I mean, we I guess they do count, because I mean, we've been around, and this album came out earlier than intended because of the pandemic. So I guess you can say they definitely count. We did take a year off, which we've never really had before. Because I mean, for us, it's always been relentless: writing album, recording album, touring, and then back to writing album, recording album, touring. But now, for the first time, basically in our entire career, we had the opportunity to take a year off, not doing anything really. So that was different.
What was that experience like?
It's great.
Yeah, you enjoyed it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've felt that I needed some time off for a while, but obviously, I wish it would have come under better circumstances.
Yeah, of course.
But from a personal point of view, it was good to be able to just stay at home and not really do anything musically for a couple of, I don't know, you know, for a year.
Time. So did you not do much writing or anything like that? So what did you do to pass the time?
You know, worked on the house, the garden, you know, hung out with my wife.
Nice. She would have been thankful for that.
we did some traveling here in Scandinavia. Went hiking in Sweden a lot, and just took some time, just doing something different.
Yeah. Now getting back into touring and getting back on the road. I mean, obviously a band as established and as big as you guys, you're going to be basically thrown straight back into that schedule again. Is there any sort of desire to maybe give yourselves more of those sorts of times in the future?
I think maybe what came out of this was that we've realized that we kind of need to have some time off, and that it's good for creativity to have that.
Yeah.
Then again, I think when we need it, we're going to know it, so I think we'll see. We hopefully some time off, but in between the releases, but
give yourself a few days around gripping so you can enjoy
like a weekend or something.
Yeah, enjoy the Australian beaches and hang out.
Yeah.
How many times have you been to Australia now?
Oh wow, that's quite a few times.
Well, then this will be interesting when we do the Aussie quiz later.
Yeah. That's good. I think at least 6 times. I think.
Oh, that's wow. That's impressive. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we've done at least 3 times, like headlining tours, like small club shows, basically.
Yeah.
And then we did the Sounds of the Underground. No, sorry, Soundwave.
Yeah. Cool. Of course.
And then we did Download.
Yeah.
And we also did. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were at that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were too.
Yeah. And then we did a tour with Sabaton a couple of years ago.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Great band. So on that, are there any bands that you're still yet to tour with or play with that you would love to either take on tour or support on tour?
I mean, to support would be awesome to support Iron Maiden, of course. I mean, that's we've done that on one show, but it would be awesome to do a tour, with them.
Yeah, that'd be incredible.
Awesome band, love the band. It's one of those bands that you grew up with that, just love that. But to go on tour, there's so many great bands out there that to tour with, and I'm really stoked about the tours we have lined up now for the fall. With here in Europe, we're doing a co-headline with Machine Head and Halo Effect opening up. So that's going to be a fucking amazing tour.
Yeah,
and then we head to North. Yeah, and then we head to North America, and we have Carcass, Obituary, and Cattle Decapitation as support. So that's a fucking insane package as well.
That's a heavier one, yeah.
Yeah, so it's I think it's definitely going to be exciting to do those tours with those great bands,
Yeah,
it must be cool to also have sort of a niche genre, a niche sound that you've got. Obviously people refer to you guys as Viking metal, but like to be able to fit on bands that are so sort of classic metal and then so just blisteringly brutal and sit nicely amongst those bands.
Yeah, I think that's something that we managed to balance quite well with the music that we write and our stage shows and all that stuff. It's in a way we're somewhere in between, like brutal death metal and like catchy heavy metal.
Yeah.
But we managed to balance that, and I think that gives us a broad spectrum of bands that we can tour with, and I think that's awesome.
Is that something you consciously have done in writing albums? Like obviously you guys tie a lot of your stories into like mythology and that theme, which I guess is why you kind of get pushed towards that Viking metal description. But the sounds still, like your vocals particularly have such a strong death metal vibe to them. Is that something that you consciously do when writing, is try to kind of bridge the gap there, or is that just a natural thing for you?
I think well, we've never really thought of it consciously in that in that sense. I mean, the only thing we've ever tried to do is basically write the music that we ourselves want to listen to.
Yeah, cool.
It's always been that, you know, and you know, we have our inspirations, obviously, other bands, and I think on this album you can definitely tell that Voltor is one of them. But you know, also so is Iron Maiden. So there are tons of bands that inspired us to do our own special brand of music. That doesn't necessarily mean that we sound like them.
Yeah, for sure.
We always try to find our own sound and our own style, you know. But yeah.
So talking about inspiration, I'm not sure if you've paid much attention, but like obviously recently Parkway Drive have dropped a couple of new songs, and they have a little bit of a different sound and vibe about them. And I have noticed in the comments section, a lot of people are calling them Amon Amarth Drive, because they sound like they're taking a lot of inspiration from you guys. So when people draw those comparisons to a band like Parkway, who have started being just a hardcore metalcore band, do you get any sort of sense of pride in that people are making those comparisons, or it just is what it is?
I don't know. It is. I guess it is what it is. It's fun if people find those inspirations. I mean, we do that too. As I said, like on this album, you can definitely tell that one of our main inspirations is Voltor. I mean, Get in the Ring is definitely, you know, one of those. I mean, it's no secret. I mean, the song, the title of the song was basically the catapult. So you know,
yeah. Well, let's talk music videos as well. Like obviously, because music videos are a huge part of this channel, and we've spoken to a lot of artists that are sort of like with this whole new movement of, you know, like basically like the visual meter coming back and being so important for bands. It was kind of lost a few years back, but
yeah.
You guys have such a huge visual element. How much time does it take you guys to plan that out? Because that last song was just fucking insane.
Epic, yeah, so big.
I mean, it takes a lot of time. I think first of all, you kind of have to find a script that you like for the video, an idea, a basic idea, and then, you know, you have to hammer out the script, and then you kind of have to, you know, then figure out what it takes to record it and all that stuff. But when it comes to filming it and all that stuff, I think it often is down to the production company to make sure that they have a proper script and everything, so they take care of all that stuff. But yeah, it takes a while, and there was loads of discussions back and forth, and I have to admit that I kind of wanted to stay out of it, because, you know, I just didn't feel I had the time or energy to really you know, do the whole, you know, discussion about the videos. I like the ideas, and I let the other guys hammer it out.
Yeah, right. You just turn up and look good.
yeah.
Just tell me where to stand.
But I mean, everybody has opinions, obviously, but you know, I like the ideas, and I figured, you know, there are, you know, we are guys in this band who really, you know, are into that thing with creating the videos and making them look awesome, and I tend to focus on other things, really.
It's always such an engaging thing to see the whole, you know, like anytime a band has like a sort of medieval or, you know, like mythical like storyboard and imagery and stuff with their clips, and they pull it off really well. I always find it so engaging, even if you're not necessarily a huge fan of the band, because it's just always so grandiose. And yeah, you guys must be stoked that you're in a position where you can actually deliver that sort of stuff to people.
Yeah, to that next level.
I think it's awesome to be able to create videos like this. It's such a lot of fun, you know, and to see the songs come alive in that kind of medium where you kind of make a small movie almost about it. It's great, and for the videos that were released so far on this album, I really thought that the ideas were fantastic, and they were something new, something different, and very interesting ideas that came out really great, I think.
Yeah, what was the one before? Was it sorry, I've forgotten the name of it. Put your back into the ore or something? Was that that video? How do you film that? Like, it's like you get these giant dudes on this giant boat. Like, it just looks so insanely realistic, man. Like, I was just like, holy shit, this is wild.
That's why you don't work in the production side of things.
That took a long time to film. We actually went to England to film that for 2 days.
Cool.
So yeah, it was a big project, really, and it's something different. But it might have been a little bit too big, actually, the whole project. But yeah,
you pulled it off in the end. That's the main thing.
We did, but yeah, it took some time.
So talk to us about touring. You guys, as we touched before, we asked like who would your dream artist. You guys have also done some like incredible tours. Like you got to do Slayer's final ever tour. Have you got like a favorite tour memory?
There's so many great ones. I mean, definitely the Slayer tour. The 2 Slayer tours we've done were amazing.
Yeah.
Slayer is definitely one of the bands that you could call our house gods, in the band, and to have been able to tour those guys and get to know those guys was amazing. So yeah, that's probably one of the highlights for us, touring wise.
Yeah,
but also touring the last tour we did on Berserker, especially here in Europe, where for instance we played the König Pilsner Arena in Germany, in Oberhausen, and 9,000 people. It's insane. It's pretty wild, and I think that, like, if you watch the Fafner's Gold video, that's actually filmed at that show.
Cool.
All right.
So it's insanely cool. So yeah, those are just a few of the memories that stand out, But
do you prefer playing those
sort
of shows, or do you prefer playing festivals? Like, because you say like 9,000 is an amazing crowd, but festivals you can have 40,000 people watching. What do you prefer to do?
I mean, it depends on how you see it. I mean, if you play a show in front of 9,000 people, which is your own tour, they're there to see you. So, on a festival, they're there to see all the bands.
Yeah.
It might be like 100,000 people, but, you're just one of the bands that they're going to see that day. But festivals are awesome in so many aspects as well. It's a completely different beast, though, to tour, to play festival compared to like a show, a club show or arena show. But it's both are fun. It's just different in a different way. I don't really have any preferences. Per se.
So you're obviously playing Good Things here in December, correct? Yeah. Are you on the Good Things lineup, or did I get that wrong?
No, I don't
Good Things. No,
I don't think no.
Oh, I must have got that wrong. My bad. Anyway,
yeah.
So what's next for you guys, though, in terms of worldwide touring, and are Australia going to get to see you soon then?
As I said before, we're heading out on a European tour now in September, together with Machine Head and Halo Effect, and then we have a North American tour with Carcass, Obituary, and Cattle Decapitation coming up in November, December. And then next year there are some touring in the pipeline. Nothing is settled yet, so it's still a little bit in the planning stage. But we are definitely looking forward to coming to Australia. We want to go back to Australia because we love it there. So the fans are awesome. So it's always a lot of fun to play there. So yeah.
And
when that happens, though, I can't say.
Okay.
Can't announce yet.
Yeah. Look, we've got a habit of making members from bands accidentally drop news that they probably shouldn't drop.
Should I say that now?
Yeah.
The label check later.
So well done. Now, when it comes to writing a set, especially for a festival show or something like that, you guys are about to be 12 albums in.
Yeah.
Surely that must just get harder and harder and harder to pick a set list.
It's fucking impossible. That's what it is. Again, it's I tried to stay out of that.
Oh, really?
I could never choose the
That's
song.
an interesting thing.
I could never choose the songs, really. It's like, I'll sometimes, like the main guy who puts together a set list is usually Olavi. But sometimes, I'll say, well, it wouldn't be fun to play this song, and just to mix things up or do something different. But at the end of the day, it's a lot of thoughts that go into creating a good set list. And for me, it's often like I've realized that for me, the songs I want to play usually is because of the lyrics.
Yeah,
So,
which is fair, which is 100% fair.
Yeah, but so for the other guys, they focus more on the music, which I think is probably a better idea when you're trying to pick a set list.
Are there any songs for you that are harder vocally that you'll go like, I don't want to do this song back to back with this because that's going to strain me too much? Or
not really. Some songs are definitely more difficult vocally than others. But usually we put enough time and space in, and you try to get some drinks in, but like even during the songs, and just to relax the vocals and try to be conservative with the energy and stuff like that. So it's all a matter of warming up properly, and I guess that goes also for the other guys in the band. Like, you can do pretty much anything if you warm up properly.
Spoken like someone that's done it a few times. We hear other bands being like, and then I blew my voice out.
Yeah, I mean, that happens, and I think one of the main reasons the only time that has happened to me when I blew out my voice is when I can't hear myself properly. Otherwise,
because you push yourself too hard.
Yeah.
Damn,
So
sound guy.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's not really, it's odd sometimes, especially when you play like smaller venues and stuff like that. You do now I have in-ears, right?
Yeah.
But even then, when you do the sound check and you do the monitor check and all that stuff, it sounds great. And then you come into a full room and it changes the sound.
Yeah.
And then you have to try to fix it on the fly, and it's kind of difficult to get it done. And so it definitely is a challenge, but actually, it's knock on wood. It's been a while since I lost my voice on stage, but.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
that's always good. Yeah, I'm gonna go off on a tangent here for a moment because I've got to ask you something. Now, we know that the name of the band comes from a reference from Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Now, I need to know, how do you feel about? Are you looking forward to the upcoming series that is being released on Prime?
I don't know. I don't have Prime, Amazon Prime.
It might be.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious to see what it's going to be, but I haven't really thought about it too much, actually.
The budget that they've put into it, the budget alone says they can't screw up that bad. You can't spend that much money and make a bad thing. It's just going to be whether it's like for the diehard fans, whether it's like true to the story and what they want, but the production. Saying each episode's costing $1 billion.
Yeah,
$1 billion.
Really?
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Stupid.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like,
imagine what you could do around the world with all that money.
Put on more.
Make more TV shows.
Hey, so we will let you go, but before we do, you said you've been to Australia quite a few times, so we're going to test your Australian knowledge. Johnny here is put together a little little quiz.
All right.
I'm really interested to see how you go.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. All right. So part 1, music and entertainment, right? There's 10 questions here, and there's a couple of extra bonus questions. We're gonna see what band takes this out this year, all right? So who is Australia's most successful band of all time?
AC/DC.
Nailed it. For a bonus point, what country did they never have a top 20 hit in?
Never have a top, probably Australia.
That would be ironic, but no.
No, it's actually America.
Oh, it's America. Oh.
Yeah. Can you name 3 Australian actors?
Russell Crowe, Nicole Kidman, and damn it, I know one more. Definitely one more. Those are the 2 ones that I can come up with. Oh wait, no, he's not Australian. Oh, damn it, that was difficult.
The thing is, Australian actors never have an Australian accent on screen.
No, I know, but fuck. What's Wolverine? Isn't he Australian?
Yeah, we'll take it.
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah,
well done.
We'll take it. All right.
I'm surprised you didn't go with the Asgard, the god, Chris Hemsworth.
Oh
yeah.
It's Chris Hemsworth. Yeah.
So up your alley.
Yeah, actually, I but those were the ones that first came to mind.
All right. So Parkway Drive are our most popular export. What famous surf town do they come from?
Famous surf town. Well, I can only think of one famous surf town in Australia. Well, wait. I might be talking out of my ass here. I'm not sure it's famous for surfing, but I think so. And the one I'm thinking of is probably Perth. But
no, other side of the country. Byron Bay. All right.
Byron Bay. All
Byron
right.
Bay. Yeah. A funny story, actually. Well, before we go on, my one of my best mates was in Byron Bay. He went there just on a random drunken trip, just spur of the moment, the day after New Year's Eve. Met a Swedish girl in Byron Bay. He now lives in Stockholm, married to her with 2 kids.
Oh,
yeah. Wow. Australia is home to the world's deadliest spider. Do you know what it's called?
Oh fuck! I actually do know what it's called. It's the black bastard with the red fucking markings, isn't it?
Oh, it's actually not. That's what everybody thinks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's actually the Sydney funnel web, and
I have a fun fact. So the redback spider, which is the one you're thinking of, that's never ever killed anyone. No one has ever died from a redback bite. They're very venomous and they could kill you, but we got an anti-venom made, and so everyone that's been bitten has actually had the anti-venom, and no one's ever died.
Oh wow!
There you go.
So yeah, there we go.
You don't need to stress about them.
New every day.
Yeah. Okay, now this is probably going to be a guess. No one's got this right yet. What type of animal is the Australian Western gobbleguts?
The Australian Western gobbleguts. Fuck. Gobbleguts. It sounds like some kind of pig. A boar.
It does sound like a pig.
It's a better guess than most. Most people have said bird, but it's actually a fish.
Oh, it's a fish. Yeah.
All right.
It kind of does sound like a fish, doesn't it? Yeah.
It does a little bit.
When it says that, I can visualize what I think it looks like. We looked it up a while ago.
Yeah.
It's pretty boring looking.
Yeah, it's a pretty boring
look like
fish,
a gobblegut.
Yeah.
All right.
Like a side character in Nemo. Anyway, do you know what is a golden gay time?
A golden gay time. It's I don't know. I would say it's a barbecue. It's a party.
That's also pretty close.
It's food. It's an ice cream.
Oh, it's an ice cream. Oh, okay.
All right. Oh. Do you know what is a bogan?
A bogan?
Yeah.
I should have read up on Australia before this.
They're not the most everyday questions. Yeah. We'll give you that.
So a bogan is basically our version of a redneck.
Oh.
Yeah. What would the Swedish What would a Swedish redneck or bogan be?
We just say bonde, which means farmer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Which famous Australian coined the phrase "crikey"?
Crikey. Fuck.
I feel like Americans know this, but
Yeah, he's
might
very
be a
popular in
European
America. Yeah.
Crikey. I know this. Fuck. Oh yeah, it's Paul Hogan. No, not Paul Hogan. What's Crocodile Dundee?
Oh no, you're on the right track. You're on the right track. The Crocodile Hunter, Steve Owen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve Owen. Yeah.
You had the crocodile part right.
True or false?
yeah.
True or false question here. The Emu Wars in 1932, where soldiers from the Australian military engaged in a week-long battle with a force of 20,000 strong emu that had been destroying wheat crops, in which the military lost.
It sounds too dumb to be false, but true or false.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. It is too dumb to be false. Look it up. It's ridiculous. Yeah. All right. Last one. Which of these places, if any, is a fake place? Funny Knob Creek, Pensioners Bush, or Mossy Nipple Bend?
Pensioners Bush.
Incorrect. They're all real Australian names.
Oh, trick question.
Yeah, look, they all come from Tasmania. If that helps, they're all Tasmanian names. So
yeah, okay.
Well done. I think
you're not really Australian then.
Yeah.
Very good.
You get it. Bonus point for that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks so much for spending some time with us. We're super pumped for you to drop the album and hope it goes well and hope you can get back out.
There's no hope needed. It's gonna go well. I'm excited to see the response. I feel like your fans are not gonna be disappointed. I feel like you'll pick up a few new ones along the way.
I think people are gonna be pleased with the album, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the reactions to the songs when we can play live. And it's gonna be awesome to come down to Australia again. So
we can't wait.
That too.
For sure, for Thor. Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks, Johan.
Appreciate it, mate. Cheers.
Thanks.
Bye.
Have a good one, guys. Bye.